bag.
In the bag?
Yes, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not.
This is a little punk. Airport. Gun in the bag.
Yeah.
I go to private school. It's not mine, it's his gun.
Meech was making money, but he was spending it hand over fist, like you said.
Chrome heart jeans. You got 10 pair of those, do the math. What's that, 100,000?
Got 10 pairs. Do the math. That's 100 grand. Big Meech isn't just a name, it represents a movement, a street icon, and a major force in hip-hop history, all rooted in the rise of the Black Mafia Family empire. But the moment his son, Lil Meech, stepped into the public eye, that legendary glow began to dim quickly. Remember the airport incident? A firearm discovered in his bag. Since then, Lil Meech has been caught up in so much controversy that when people hear BMF now, legacy isn't the first thing that comes to mind, disorder is. And honestly, being the son of Big Meech likely brings massive pressure. It's clear he's trying to live up to that gangster reputation, following in his father's footsteps. But those steps, they're looking unsteady. Let's be honest, what we've seen so far makes it clear he doesn't carry himself like his father did. When people look at Lil Meech, they don't see a leader. They see someone putting on an act. Big Meech came from struggle, turning hardship into a powerful empire. Lil Meech, on the other hand, was raised in comfort private schools, safe neighborhoods, and a lifestyle far removed from the streets that shaped BM. So when he steps out portraying that street persona, it doesn't come across as genuine. And what really stirred up the conversation? The snitching accusations. In that world, many mistakes can be overlooked, but not that one.
Snitching.
Gun in the bag.
Yeah.
I go to private school. It's not mine, it's his gun. You don't know my...
That's the kind of label that can permanently ruin your reputation. People started seriously questioning him after that. It all unraveled in 2022 during yet another airport issue. TSA found a Glock 19 in a bag reportedly linked to Lil Meech. From that point, everything began spiraling. Instead of staying quiet, he talked too much. First, he claimed he was underage at 22. Then he said the bag wasn't his and that someone else packed it with the gun inside. Really? In street culture, even without any arrests, that type of explanation can earn you the title of a snitch real fast. In an effort to hold on to his image, Lil Meech began surrounding himself with real street figures, probably thinking it would reinforce that tough persona he's been trying to sell.
He really is, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these people get caught up and stuck in character.
Lil Meech is not a gangster.
Not at all.
He's the son of a gangster.
But when the body cam footage from the airport situation surfaced, a lot of people distanced themselves. They didn't want to be associated with that kind of reputation. A few remained, though one of them being a guy named Celebr. He stayed loyal, maybe believing the drama would die down or hoping Lil Meech would eventually step up and prove he was built for the lifestyle. But that loyalty backfired in a big way. By mid-2025, everything came crashing down. Celebr went public on social media, revealing a serious accusation. He said Lil Meech let him take the fall for something major without any warning. It all goes back to October 24th, 2024. That day, Celebr thought they were just out handling a few errands. What he didn't know was that Lil Meech was already under investigation and law enforcement had him under close watch. When the cops ran the plates and realized who was driving, they moved in. But Meech didn't pull over right away. He hesitated, like he might try to flee. Meanwhile, Celebr was asleep in the passenger seat, unaware of the trouble brewing. They eventually pulled into a parking lot, and that's where things escalated. Allegedly, while Celebr was still out cold, Lil Meech started shifting illegal items off himself and hiding them near Celebr's seat. So when the car finally stopped and police approached, lights flashing, sirens going, Celebr woke up completely confused. Then he spotted the contraband stashed next to him. One glance at Meech, and it all made sense. The one person he trusted had just set him up.
Sir, my ID's in my bag.
In the bag?
Yes, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not pack my bag.
Well, we can get that all straightened out.
Please.
Police got them both out of the vehicle and separated them. As they began searching the car, the only thing they initially discovered were some firearms. Now, this was in Florida, not states like California or New York with strict gun laws. Down there, things are more relaxed, so the officers didn't seem to alarm. It actually looked like both Lil Meech and Celebr might walk away without charges. But then Lil Meech did something unexpected. Without any prompting, he volunteered extra information to the officers. Out of nowhere, he told them there was more illegal material in the car. And the strange part, the police hadn't even asked. They were solely focused on the guns. By speaking up, Lil Meech gave them a whole new reason to investigate deeper.
Take off on us. It's not pulling into the parking lot. It's stopped right now, but it's registered to Lil Meech. Hey, go ahead and pull into the parking.
Just like that, what started off as a minor issue quickly escalated. With both firearms and other illegal items now involved, things got serious fast. Threelick ended up being arrested and charged. Eventually, he was sentenced to 40 months in prison. What's even more surprising is that at first, Threelick didn't even realize Lil Meech had spoken to the police. He didn't know Meech had quietly shifted the blame onto him. From his perspective, it may have seemed like Meech simply panicked and hid the stuff in the wrong spot. Even though he was upset, he might have thought, "I'll do the time, Meech will probably look out while I'm away." But that support never came. Threelick spent his entire savings trying to fight the case. Throughout the ordeal, he didn't receive a single dollar from Lil Meech or his people. Nothing but silence. Eventually, the truth surfaced. Threelick either got access to or saw clips from the body cam footage showing Lil Meech directly, telling the police about the additional illegal items. That's when everything made sense. The betrayal became clear and it hit Threelick hard. So he finally decided to speak up. He went on Instagram and exposed it all. He backed up his claims by dropping receipts, including a voice recording of a call where Lil Meech is clearly heard apologizing. During that same call, Meech told Threelick that once the BM show returned, he'd come through financially and support him. But around that time, rumors began circulating that 50 Cent had canceled the show, that it wasn't coming back. Threelick, already under pressure, kept reaching out. Lil Meech continued making promises, but still, no help, no follow through. Then Threelick finally saw the full body cam footage. That was the moment everything became clear. The evidence confirmed that Lil Meech had set him up. That was the final straw. Threelick took everything public, no filters, no holding back. And while it reflected poorly on Lil Meech, people weren't shocked. Why? Because talk about his disloyalty had been around for a while, and similar accusations have been made about his father. Word is, both of them have a reputation for switching up on people. That image, untrustworthy and opportunistic, is partly why their connection with 50 Cent fell apart.
To have a firearm.
I'm talking about this.
Huh?
That's it.
Talking about the other guy?
That's
Yeah.
If anyone had the influence to help Lil Meech earn respect in both street culture and Hollywood, it was 50 Cent. He didn't just cast him in the BM series, he opened a door. He served as a mentor, industry guide, and image protector all in one. For a while, 50 stood firmly behind Lil Meech, shielding him from the heat that comes with being the son of a street legend. But that bond collapsed in 2025, and the fallout was very public. It all kicked off when Big Meech was released from prison. What should have been a celebratory milestone, father out of jail, son starring in a hit show about him, quickly unraveled. Big Meech made a move that blindsided 50. He partnered up with Rick Ross, one of 50 Cent's oldest rivals, and held a flashy welcome home concert. That decision crossed a line in 50's eyes, especially since he was the one who kept the Meech name alive through media, culture, and money. He had already set Lil Meech up with a path to success.
Already, so I really took a chance on using the money I had saved up for my family.
Yeah. I apologize for that, bro.
To 50, he had invested time, resources, and real effort into the Flannery family, and now he felt betrayed. So he did what he does best, took it to the internet. He went off on Instagram, calling out both Big Meech and Lil Meech with no filter. One of the boldest posts, a viral image of a massive rat, captioned, "I think I'm Big Meech," a cold remix of Rick Ross' iconic lyric. It was a clear accusation, suggesting Big Meech was a snitch. That post ignited social media. And when it came to Lil Meech, 50 didn't hold back either. He began revealing behind-the-scenes issues, claiming Lil Meech had shown up to set high, behaved erratically, and even needed to be sent to rehab during filming. And 50 didn't just talk, he posted evidence. He shared a photo of Lil Meech slumped in a wheelchair, edited with Amy Winehouse's rehab plastered over it, captioned with, "Damn, this is bad. You believe me now? Total embarrassment." Lil Meech later told TMZ, "Where I'm from, everybody needs rehab, but 50 wasn't done yet."
Doing this big concert, and I believe he was probably trying to create more interest in it. And so then 50
Cent reposted the video and took the ridicule up a notch, throwing shade with a line like, "He must not have heard them say cut." The message was clear. He was calling out Lil Meech for acting like a gangster even off camera, as if he couldn't break character and was trying way too hard. By this point, the pressure was getting to Meech. He tried reaching out to 50 privately, hoping to calm things down. But that attempt didn't stay behind closed doors for long. Leaked text messages showed Lil Meech sounding hurt, confused, and blindsided. He messaged 50 with lines like, "I've only ever shown you love. I never switched up. This internet stuff is throwing me off. You know me in real life," trying to reassure 50 of his loyalty. He even took a swipe at Rick Ross in the messages, saying something like "KF Ross," then added that Ross had just given his dad money to pay bills until the next season. But 50 wasn't moved. Rather than keep the conversation private, he posted the text on Instagram, sarcastic caption and all. He publicly embarrassed Meech and even teased that the BM series might be canceled. Then he made his stance known. He was officially done dealing with the Meech family. And just like that, he cut all TIs. From that moment on, the perception around Lil Meech shifted drastically, both on the streets and in the entertainment industry. When someone like 50 Cent, who's known for being direct, respected, and unapologetically real, publicly calls you out as fake and ungrateful, that reputation follows you. Especially in hip-hop, where loyalty is everything. You can survive beef, but turning your back on the person who gave you your big break, that can ruin a career. And to make matters worse, Lil Meech's next decisions only hurt his image more. Instead of laying low or working to fix things, he went full defiant mode, spotted partying in Miami with two of 50 Cent's biggest adversaries, Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather.
Or did he just kind of unfollow Lil Meech?
Well, he posted a rat, said they called.
That made two clear strikes, both straight from 50 Cent's known rival circle. Then Lil Meech took it a step further. He posted a photo with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, captioning it "Real Power," an obvious dig at 50's Power series. His team tried to spin it, saying Meech was focused on new business ventures and no longer tied to 50. But the public wasn't convinced. To most people, it just confirmed what 50 had already been saying, that Lil Meech lacked real loyalty and would switch sides when pressure hit. 50 Cent officially shut the door, and his audience followed. Lil Meech, once hyped as the next big thing, the one who'd carry the BM legacy, was now seen by many as just another privileged kid who fumbled a major opportunity and alienated the very people who helped him rise. And in the world Lil Meech is trying so hard to be accepted, and where loyalty, respect, and authenticity are everything, losing that support is a serious blow. Without those core values, there's nothing left but the name. And even that name can fade fast if controversy keeps piling up. Beyond the major drama with 50 Cent and the betrayal involving Three-Lick, Lil Meech's history is full of smaller issues. Individually, none of them might have ended his career, but together, they paint a picture that's hard to ignore. It feels like every few months, there's a new headline, a new viral post, and another reason fans start questioning him. Let's go back to 2022. Meech was arrested in Miami on grand theft and fraud charges over a luxury watch. Not just any watch, a $250,000 Richard Mille. Reports say he dropped off a Rolex as collateral, took the Richard Mille, and never returned to settle the balance, still owing nearly $200,000. Then it got worse. He allegedly tried trading that same watch at a different store as if he owned it outright. That move screamed scammer energy. Even though the charges were eventually dropped, the internet had already locked in its narrative. The story went viral. Headlines weren't praising his acting or legacy. They were dragging him. BM star caught in luxury watch scam. Not a good look. Instead of being seen as a boss, he came off like someone doing too much for social media. Clout. Then there's his personal life, which hasn't exactly helped his public image. His relationship with R&B singer Summer Walker quickly became blog fodder. Sure, they had some cute moments online, but behind the scenes, it was chaotic. Cheating rumors swirled, and then came one of the strangest moments, the Musty incident. Comedian Jess Hilarious went live and joked that Lil Meech smelled bad. She teased that Summer Walker must have had a strong stomach to deal with him, calling him musty in front of everyone. That single joke set the internet ablaze. Now think about that, Lil Meech is out here trying to build a tough image. Son of a street legend, legacy in hand, and the internet's dragging him for poor hygiene. He tried clapping back by posting old DMs where Jess was allegedly flirting, writing, "You didn't think I smelled bad back then." But by the time he hit post, the damage was done. Taken alone, these might seem like typical celebrity slip-ups. But when you line them all up, they start to form a very different picture. Lil Meech isn't being seen as a rising star with street credibility. He's looking reckless, immature, and like someone coasting off his father's name without putting in the real work to earn the respect that legacy demands. In hip-hop, especially among veterans and people who've really lived that life, they're not buying what he's selling. They see past the Instagram posts and red carpet appearances. To them, it's all surface when people compare him to Big Meech. It's not even close. His father built something from the ground up, took real risks, and faced real consequences. Now folks are questioning this is who's supposed to carry the BM torch. He just doesn't come across as cut from the same cloth. And honestly, it's not even about going to private school or growing up with privilege. No one's blaming him for having a better life than his dad. The real issue? The pretending. Like one fan said, 50 didn't clown Lil Meech for going to private school, he clowned him for acting like he didn't. And that's what it comes down to, authenticity. In hip-hop and real street culture, that's the one thing you can't fake. You can't claim toughness if you've never faced real adversity. You can't act like you live the grind if you've only seen it from a distance. And when your name is Meech, the expectations are even higher. So when you're out here caught in petty drama, chasing viral moments, and performing for the internet instead of keeping it real, people aren't going to salute you. They're going to laugh. If you want more breakdowns like this, stick around, we're just getting started.